How's it going, guys? In this video I'm going to be showing you my completely off-grid house, or at least complete optional off-grid. I am still hooked up to the grid, but whenever I'm able to, I go off-grid. If this thing would focus, see here, there we go. My house is currently pulling 570 watts. That's with every light in the house on. They're all LED, so they don't take that much power. Getting no wind power, getting no solar power. And we're gonna go take a look at the inverter that's powering everything. Just gonna turn the light on here. Here we go. So here we got the power wall. If you notice the lights are flickering in here, it's because I'm using a smaller inverter just to run the lights in here. It's just on an extension cord, and I'm kind of have the voltage a little high on it, so it doesn't like it, so it's flickering a little bit. Today, sun and cloud, and we made 8.2 kilowatts. Nothing on wind. And let's see if there's a focus. There we go. Still taking 570 watts, and this is the inverter running my home right now. 8,000 watt reliable electric inverter. I have it wired up. It goes through my MagnaSine inverter. Well, it actually doesn't go through the inverter. It goes through this breaker panel. So with this on and the bypass on, it's just directly bypassing through. So it goes through this. So technically my house right now is running on a 30 amp breaker. It's not a ton. Obviously you can pop this. I'm probably going to pop this. I'm going to do some tests with two 3,000 watt inverters. So most likely it will pop. I need to get another 60 amp breaker. It's just a square D, which is fine. But I'm just totally bypassing everything on this. I got my Nero home energy monitor here. I just moved it to get into the electrical box onto this number 3 wire right there that I have running into my house, so it's dangling. I just gotta mount that. The only problem with this inverter is it is 120 volts only, so all my 220 in the house will not work. So that leaves me in a bit of a pickle because I need 220 for my water, 220 for my hot water heater, 220 for my dryers, both dryers, and 220 for my stove. So this will not be powering that. So this is just for lights, heating. This runs my furnace, runs a bunch of stuff, but that's easily fixed. All I have to do is flick this switch on, flick the switch off, that one off, this one on. Now we're on the MagnaSine inverter, and the gel batteries, this massive gel battery bank, or my Chevy Volt battery, depending on what. This one's not all hooked up yet. I only have 4 kilowatts out of 16 hooked up. Yeah, a couple flips of a switch and boom, we got the MagnaSine Wave running the entire house. This one's less wattage. This one can go up to, I would say, 7,000. I wouldn't say 8,000. It's a Chinese inverter, so you got to take their rating with a grain of salt. But I have drawn 6,600 watts out of this so far as the max I've drawn, where this would not be able to output that. But this can surge, I believe, close to 6,000 watts. So this is my 240 120 split. So with this I can run a stove, maybe not the whole oven, but maybe a couple burners on the top. I can run one dryer. I can run, now mind you, this is all maxing this thing out, so it's not great for it. But the biggest thing, this will run my 240 well pump. So that's a really good thing. So if I ever say I want to use this system, but I need water, it's just a couple flips, a couple switches, boom, I got water. So it's not a huge deal because my main battery bank is 60 volt lithium right now. Like I got more power actually in gel, but yeah. Anyways, next thing I'm going to show you is inside. So now we are standing in the front entrance of my house, my door here, and we have every light in the house on, which is crazy for a solar powered house. We got the lights on downstairs. We got the kids' bedroom light on. We have the living room lights on. As you can see, that fridge is running. We're still pulling only, my house pulls about an average of 550-ish watts. I got 2 fridges and a chest freezer. We're hooking these up. They're not hooked up yet, but we got the chest freezer there. And the only lights we don't have on actually is down here. There's one light on. Let's turn another light on. What are we pulling now? Almost the same. These LED lights barely even affect this thing at all. Here's a bunch more. Let's see here. Oh, bumped up to 600. I'm gonna turn those off. It's just where we store stuff, so we don't need these on. Anyways, I'm gonna show you my breaker panels. I just installed them. This is all of our junk. This is like under 6 feet of headroom. I got all my mess here still. I'm just testing everything. Excuse me. Put this up here. Oops. So we can all see it. Anyways, I got my giant disconnect, which won't let you open. Oh, it does let you. No, it doesn't. It doesn't let you open the panel unless you shut it off. So if I shut that off, that's my main solar coming from my inverters in the power room. So that's that, and then that goes into this panel here, which is more dangerous because these are live. So with the reliable electric, what happens is when I flick that breaker on, it binds the 2 lives together, so it's like there's a wire going across them, and then so you get 120 volts from neutral to live and neutral to live, 0 volts from live to live. And that's how I'm able to run my entire house off a 120 volt inverter. And when I switch to my magnet sine wave inverter, I flip that one breaker off and I flip the other breaker on, and it has that little metal piece that doesn't let them both go on at the same time. Oh, I got a phone call. Alright, I'm back. Phone call is over. We're gonna shut that, lock that up real good. Oh boy, there we go. So this is breaker number 1, upstairs. Breaker number 2, downstairs. I wanted them separate so I can take half my house off grid, whole house off grid. Half my 240 loads are here, half my 240 loads are here. So this one has more plugs and lights because it's upstairs. This one has less because it's downstairs. As you can see, I only have a few things marked here because I actually forgot what these do, so I have to flick them on and off and write what they do again. But as you can see, we have the generator side on. This is utility side. So you can only have one side on at a time. I have so many safeties built in here, it's crazy. I got a main on and off there. I got a generator switch here. I got a generator switch on this one as well. So this side is gen on this one. I kept the sides closest to this generator side. So, and you can see all the breakers are on. And I'm gonna go run a couple heaters and see how it goes. I have one downstairs because if we have the fireplace running, okay, here we go. Trying not to make everybody sick. I got my light switch up here. Pardon the mess. We're just making everything look a lot nicer down here. So, and here we have another bedroom here. We're gonna turn this heater on because down here it gets cold if we run the fireplace upstairs. And let's see here. Put this here for a second. Now it's gonna get hot, but we're gonna turn this heater on, and you're gonna watch the watts go up. There's the heater. So that one's on now. One heater. We're at 1600 watts and climbing. Now let's go see if we can turn the other heater on. See what happens. We're at 1700 watts. Running the whole house. This is a real test for the 8000 watt reliable inverter. This is my little girl's room. So we have a heater in here as well. Just so, I don't know, just we would like to keep it a certain temperature. So we have this heater. Set it to 25, it's on. Now we're creeping up. Here we go. Oh boy. 3100 watts, guys. Remember, this is going through a 30 amp breaker. So this is pushing it. And I'm sure if I kept this on, I'm not sure if I kept it on, but the house could pop. If one of the freezers or fridges turn on, it would pop. Just because of the breaker, perhaps, or maybe it wouldn't, I don't know. But we're pulling some serious current. This is all coming out of batteries right now, lithium batteries. I got about 20 kilowatts, so I could run this for what, 6 and a bit hours, 6 hours. But that's everything in the house just works. Loving this off-grid. I'm completely off-grid right now. I have a crap ton of batteries. We're running off of 20 kilowatts of lithium batteries right now. And then after that, I have another about 40 or 50 kilowatts of gel batteries. And after that, I have another 16 kilowatts of Chevy Volt battery. And I would like to get another Chevy Volt battery too. But anyways, pulling 3000 watts. Now I don't want to kill my 20 kilowatt battery bank because I plan on running off of it tonight. So I'm going to shut this back off. When you turn stuff on and off like that, there's a tiny flicker. Like the inverter overshoots in voltage for like half a millisecond. So I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but it does. Like I'm gonna just shoot the wall when I turn it off. See if you guys can see it. There it was. Like it goes up and down, but it readjusts. I don't know if it shows on camera, but it does readjust the voltage. Anyways, that is the tour of my off-grid house. Going off-grid has gone off-grid. It's awesome. And see if we have any updates. The only thing is I can't just keep running all night, like through the night, because if anybody wants showers in the morning, we need the 240 hot water heater running. So I'll probably run this till later tonight. When I go to bed, I'll switch everything over just so we can have hot water, or maybe I'll switch half the house over that has the hot water heater. Anyways, that's my system. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have about 4,500 watts of solar hooked up to the house right now, and yeah, going off grid with solar is definitely viable, especially if you have a grid backup, because about 6 months or 6 weeks out of the year, I definitely need more than my 4,500 watts of solar. I need more like 10,000 watts, which I don't have yet, but it's coming. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. So right now I'm making soup off-grid. My off-grid house with all the lights. The furnace just turned on. You can notice when the furnace turns on because it's got a massive 3,000 watt surge. It's one of those big old oil furnaces. You can see it right there. But we're pulling 2,600 watts right now. Maybe it's only a 2,600 watt surge, but still. It's a pretty big surge when you're only pulling 500 watts and you go to 2,600. Yep, working pretty good. Just a quick update. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. So we have the dishwasher running off-grid, an off-grid house. We have the projector running. We got lights running. These are all fluorescent lights here, so they're not very energy efficient. Got to replace those eventually. And in the little girl's room, we have a 1,500 watt heater. And what are we taking here? Only 2,300 watts. The element in that washing machine must not have turned on yet. This is looking like more like my average house loads plus the 1,500 watt heater. We're sitting at 62.5 volts. It is, what time is it? It is 9:12 p.m. So we got plenty of power to make it through the night. Or I don't know about through the night, but till I go to bed I'll be switching things over because I do want warm water in the morning. And I found out actually that my well pump is working off of 120, which is weird, because I thought with it working off of 240 and I parallel the two lives together, it would cancel out all 240 power. So between live and live is 0 volts. So if it was getting power from live to live, you would think it wouldn't work, but it is working. So it must be a 120 pump, and it must always be working at 120. That's what I'm thinking, because we have water. We just don't have a hot water tank that is running. I'm going to be looking into replacing my elements to lower wattage so I can run once my batteries are fully charged in the summer and sunny days and whatnot. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.